Good morning, student. Yes, today we start the new topic of mathematics, that is the algebra. In algebra, today we will start introduction to algebra. This is your chapter 7 from your book. Yes, what is the basically algebra? Algebra is a part of mathematics. As you study already something like graphics, like statistics, geometry, number system, that like this we also there study algebra. See now, if we take one bag, there are so many balls. We don't know how many balls, but there are so many balls. We don't know, so we write down unknown number of balls. From this we taken out 5 balls. Then given it is to you that remaining balls are 20 balls. Then our question is, how many balls in the bag? Firstly, whenever we don't know anything, we don't know about this, how to represent, then sometimes we represent by some geometrical figure, that we represent that this one minus 5 is equal to 20, may be represented by this minus 5 is equal to 20, or may be represented by this minus 5 is equal to 20. What is the value of this geometrical figure? For easy way to represent these things, we use some letters in algebra. So we can take any letter here. So we can represent x minus 5 is equal to 20. So this is basically the part of algebra, that we are using the variables here, and variables basically represent by the letters. So according to this equation, now this become equation expression, or we can find out the value of x. So for the way of easy representation, we use the variable here. We take another example. Suppose we are using the matchstick. This is matchstick pattern. In this pattern, suppose we want to represent L. For making the L, how many sticks we require? 2. When you use the 2 stick, then 1 L form. Now if we need 2L, letter of L2, then we need how many matchsticks? 2 or 2? 4. 4 stick required for the 2L, for making letter L. Suppose 3L, then how many? Again 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2. 6, when you use the 6 matchstick, then you can form the 3 letters of L. So it means, if you see properly, for 1L we need 2 stick, for 2L we need 4 stick, for 3L we need 6 stick. It means for 4L we need 8 stick. So it becomes a pattern. It means if we write down that number of matchstick is equal to 2 multiplied by number of letter L. It means if we want to represent one L, then we require two mastic. If we want 2L, then we require 4 mastic. Suppose I want to make 30 letters L, then how many sticks there need? 30 to the 60. It means you can see that this value is constant, but this value is changing. We can represent this is equal to 2 multiplied by n. Here n is what? N is variable. Variable what? Variable which value can be changed. Variable basically derived from variable, means it differs from one to another situation. So this is called, and variable basically represented by the letter. So this is very important point of algebra. What is the variable? Variable is what? Variable which don't have the fixed value, or we can say whose value can be changed according to situation, according to question, vary from one thing to another thing. Now see another example. Suppose there is a square. Each side is given to you 3 centimeters. If we want to find out the perimeter of a square, what is the perimeter of a square? Sum of all sides. Then you have to write 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. It means 3 is a 3 plus 3 6 plus 3 plus 3 9 12 centimeter. But if we want to represent in simple form, see how many sides? 1 2 3 4, and in a square all the 4 sides are same. So we can write down if 4 into side, then also we have same answer, that 4 into 3 is equal to 12. And this side we can represent by small letter s or any letter, sometimes L length. It is represented by the length L. So this is a short way to represent these formula using algebraic expression. Another example, see why we are using this variable. See, suppose there are unknown number of mangoes. If we add 5 more mango, then total mango becomes 30 in number. Then can we calculate that how many mangoes in the basket? So this unknown number of mangoes, if we represent by the fill in the blanks plus 5 is equal to 30, then everywhere in a mathematics when you come in your word problem, then there is not possible that we show this thing is with the blank. We have to represent something variable. So we can write down x plus 5 is equal to 30. We don't know the value of x. Solve this equation, then we will find out the value of this unknown variable. This value depend on the question. This answer depend on the question. Okay, this is basically the variable. Now see, there are some examples. Your question number first, use the symbols of algebra to write an expression which indicates the sum of any two numbers. If we want to represent the sum of any two numbers, sum of any two number, we don't know the both number, but we want to represent the sum of any two number. So we take, let one number is x, another number is y. We don't know the value of this number, that's why we will represent these numbers by unknown variable. First variable we take x, second variable we take y. You can take any other variable also. Suppose you take, let one variable is, one number is m, another number is n. We want to represent sum of these two numbers. It means we apply the addition operation between these two unknown variables. This represents sum of any two number. Another thing, see, okay, there is a question, both are same or different. Your answer will be both are not always same. What is the meaning of this? X plus y, there are two unknown variables. It is not necessary for this that they have same value. Maybe x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4. Maybe x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. It is also possible that x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 also. But it is not always correct. It means in this case there are two different numbers or maybe same number we are adding. But what is the meaning of this? That number is added to itself. Means in this number x, one another number added, but same number is added to itself. So it is sure that both the number are same here. If we take x value 5, then here 5 plus 5. If x value 4, then this is 4 plus 4. It means in this case both number are same, but in this case both number may be same or different. So this is the difference between these two things. Another thing, see, subtraction in algebra. This is the addition, subtraction. In subtraction, you know very well, if I write down x minus y, then what is the meaning or how to read this thing in a word? That y is subtracted from x. y को subtract किया जा रहा है किससे? x से. It means which one value is greater? x minus y. Y come after negative sign. This minus show the operation of subtraction. So in algebra we read, if I write down x plus y, it means a number is added with another number. X minus y, it means y is subtracted from x. If I write down y minus x, then how to read it? That x is subtracted from y. So read carefully. In a word problem, we make the expression or equation according to the wordings. So you concentrate on the wordings also properly. So there is a discussion of addition and subtraction. Now we will talk about the multiplication in algebra. Multiplication in algebra. How to do multiply? See, multiply, suppose I write down, you know that the sign of multiplication is this. If we have two unknown variables, m and n, there is a way of representing the multiplication between these two. First method, we can write down m into n. In this case, maybe both value are different or maybe both value are same. So we use the multiplication sign, and sometimes it is called product of any two number. So we take one number is m, another number is n. Product means also multiplication. Second method we can represent is m into n. It means there is no operation between these two unknown variable. इन दोनों unknown variable के बीच में कोई भी sign नहीं है. Then also it representing the multiplication. But if we know surely the value of these things, suppose I write down 53 or you are trying to do the product of this, then it is wrong answer, because there is unknown variable. That's why there is no need to put the multiplication sign. But if we know the fixed value, it means it becomes a numerical number. So now this is not a meaning that we have to do the multiplication of these two numbers. What we have to do? It means, but we can write down like this. This is a unit place, 3 into 1 plus this is 10th place, 10 into 5. Then it becomes 50 plus 3 is equal to 53. Unit place is multiplied by 1. 10th place is multiplied by 10. So there is a difference between these two things. Remember it. If I write down suppose 78, it doesn't mean that we have to do multiply it. 78 means we can write down 8 into 1 plus 7 into 10. Then it becomes 78. See the third. Sometimes m dot n dot also represent here the multiplication. Here dot also represent the, if I write down m dot n, suppose m value is 2, n value is 3, then it becomes 2 dot 3 means 2 multiply by 3, 2 3 is 6. Don't try to compare with the decimal. This is decimal, but when you put like this, then it becomes dot means multiplication. Another way to represent the multiplication in algebra, suppose any one number is in parenthesis or maybe both number in parenthesis. This is called parenthesis. Maybe one number in parenthesis, maybe both number in parenthesis. So these all meaning that we want to do the multiplication. Now see the division. In division, simply division is denoted by this sign. X is divided by y. What is the meaning of this? X is divided by y. You can represent it by this. X divided by y. You can represent by this. This is also same. X divided by y. So basically these operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, we will use in our algebra. What is the meaning in the words? These of these operations are really important. In our next lecture, we will discuss how to solve the word problems, how to convert word problems into an algebraic expression. Okay, thank you student.